So, today what I want to cover is back into my jewels, real estate. But before I get into that and I talk about some key details, especially with the whole forbearance thing that's going on right now and how everyone is running around hysterical about, foreclosure this and foreclosure that, forbearance this, forbearance that. Oh, the market's going to crash, all these crazy things and just driving people crazy. If you notice right now, no one is talking about real estate, right? It got real quiet. It's all pandemic and is this an endemic? And moving on into the whole crisis with, people getting fired because of vaccines, anti-vax this, you're vaccinated that, are you with this side or with that side? All the nonsense that's going on. We're not going to get into that. What we are going to get into is you're going to smash that like button, right? You're going to go ahead and just that thing right there. Just drop some knowledge on that like button and go ahead and subscribe as well, because what we're going to talk about today is getting into not only the real estate industry and what's actually happening, which is very positive. I'm going to drop some positive information about it. But what's going on is we're doing great. Okay. The people that were struggling, they're still struggling. Okay. The people that were foreclosing, they're still going to foreclose. They may have gotten delayed a little bit here and there. I will tell you some investment properties to pay attention to, because that's where you're going to be able to pick up the pieces and really, 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 really capitalize on that whole movement. Okay. Before I get into that, and I give you those clues on what to pay attention to in those investment movements. Also remember what I have been covering a lot with the whole day trading thing, and I've proven my point with that. I will circle back to that right now because I know the market is real froggy. People are like, should we pull out, crash this, crash that? We get back into that whole media-driven frenzy that drives people nuts, and that's not what I do. Okay, so let's get right into it. First thing I wanted to cover was the whole real estate industry. Now, according to the National Association of Realtors, okay, business is booming. All right, just like I said, right here it states pending home sales rebounded in August, with each of the 4 major U.S. regions seeing month-over-month growth in contract activity. We're talking about 8.1% recovery in August. Okay, so we're doing great. Yeah, it slowed down a little bit, and these are regular buyers. So we're actually doing exactly what is supposed to happen. Now, that's just the residential side. On the commercial side, NAR, National Association of Realtors, identifies America's top 10 commercial office markets in 2021. NAR analyzed 390 commercial real estate markets and found a robust recovery with positive net absorption and strengthening rents across the multifamily, industrial, and retail property markets as economic production rebounds to pre-pandemic levels. Exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the office spaces and things like that, yes, the struggle is real. People got smart. Corporations and businesses got smart. You're working from home. That's that whole problem that's going on right now, because yes, there's a large margin of jobs out there that are labor driven that no one wants to go back to. No one wants to work. And I get it. The pandemic forced people to go home. It's like sending your kid to their bedroom and you go figure out how to go play in your room. Well, people went home and they were forced to figure out how to make money. Well, they went online, they gathered some skills, and they don't want to go back to work. They were forced for a few months to go home and learn how to work out at home and go for a walk in your community and do those different things. And now going back to work means they have to break that schedule, and they don't want to do that. They figured it out. So why? Why do that? Okay. So that's what's happening as everyone is moving forward and trying to figure out, where the money's going. Now, the big jewel that I wanted to drop on you guys was that, yes, there were a lot of foreclosures that are coming up. No, there is not a crash. There's a correction. I mentioned that in my other video. If you look back in my playlist, you'll see the one where I'm talking about real estate crash. No, right? And that's because it's a correction in the sense that now that all the cash buyers are gone, that whole inflation in property values, that's going to balance out. Appraisers are running around dropping values on purpose because they don't want that nonsense to happen. Capture that sound. They don't want that to happen. So what ends up happening now, moving forward, okay, is the property owners that are your normal everyday person, the mom and pops out there, aunts, uncles, grandmas that have the investment property here and there that didn't qualify for EIDL, didn't qualify for PPP, but have a tenant in there that didn't pay their rent. That's the properties you need to pay attention to. Those are the properties that are going into foreclosure. Those people don't have an out. Look for those properties. Go knock on their door. Save them. Buy them out. Now it's your investment property, and deal with those tenants. Get them out. Get a new tenant in there if you have to, okay, that's going to pay the bills, or take over the new tenant that's in there and get them a job so that they can pay the bills. One or the two, but there's some property out there that are investment properties and the money's plentiful, okay? It's ready to go. So don't think for a second that you don't have game out there, okay? The other thing that I wanted to cover was a buddy of mine. He just came back from California. He was out there, and he was in San Diego, and he told me, I was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, what's up? How was your trip? And he's like, man, it was great. But when we're driving down the highway, down the coast, I think it was the 110, the Pacific Coast Highway. I don't remember the highway names out there. It's been eons since I've been out there. But he's like, I noticed from San Diego, because he was in San Diego and he drove up to LA, all right, there were tons of freighters out there. And I'm like, yeah, everyone knows shipping is crazy. He goes, no, but that's not what was crazy. He goes, first of all, it was like it had to have been over 90 freighters sitting out on the water. He goes, but that wasn't even the crazy part. He goes, you would think, all right, because there aren't enough people to get to work to get out there and do it. No, it's bigger than that. He goes, what I saw were hundreds of the big rigs out there, the big tractor trailer trucks lined up outside the ports with nowhere to go. All dressed up, ready to go to party, can't get in, right? Because there is no organization. There's such an influx in ships sitting there waiting to bring goods in. They can't dock. They can't get enough of the product off the ship and onto a tractor trailer and out on the highway in an amount of time that makes sense. They can't do it. They're trying to figure it out. It's all screwed up. As a matter of fact, according to the Wall Street Journal, California ports 24-hour operation is going unused because they can't do it. It's so backed up that they're trying to do a step-by-step method to try to get it out of there, but they just can't do it. It says a pilot program offering 24-hour container operations at the Port of Long Beach hasn't attracted any truckers more than 2 weeks since the extended hours began, highlighting challenges facing Southern California seaports as dozens of ships backed up off the coast. It's crazy. They can't get them in. Right? So what does that mean for all the other businesses? Well, you got these trucks, they come in, they grab the goods off the ships, right? And then they got to bring it to the distribution centers. And then from the distribution centers, it goes to the small retailers, okay? And then you see it on shelf. If you guys aren't paying attention in the store, shelves are looking a little dry, right? And that's because goods aren't there. They're not coming in. There's starting to be a shortage, a massive shortage. So pay attention to that because yes, there are tons of jobs out there. There aren't enough people that are getting to work like they should be. But on the flip side, the market is moving. And then, like I said, I'm going to come back to the trading stuff because, yes, stocks are getting crazy and they're dropping pretty low. Buy low. That's all I can tell you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not supposed to give you, investment information. I think you have to be licensed to do that. I am a real estate licensed professional, and I can tell you what to do there. And I can back that, okay? As a matter of fact, I can back it so much that on the 12th, I'll be getting sworn in with the Realtors Commercial Alliance for Florida. So I'm talking about NAR, National Association of Realtors. Well, with that, I'm a part of the Commercial Alliance, and I will be getting sworn in. Yours truly, okay, as the director for Palm Beach County, Broward County, and St. Lucie County. It's because this is what I do. This is my craft. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I know the business here, and I can bring it to you. I can help you with your investments and help you make some money. So that's what's going on right now. I really want to drop that knowledge on you. I hope you took some tools away from that, got you some updates on some of the things that are really going on in real estate. No, there is not a crash. I told you that. All right, no stinking crash. I'll see you guys, and smash that like button. Peace.